Does this world truly hide surreal wonders that defy all human understanding? They are the colossal stone spires piercing through the clouds, challenging every known limit. And sometimes they are pathways suspended in mid-air, breaking every law of physics and redefining our sense of reality. Nature here does more than just exist. It crafts structures so majestic that they leave the entire world in awe. Standing before them, we feel as though we've wandered onto another planet, caught in unreal places, far removed from the human world. Join us on a journey of discovery, where these surreal masterpieces will completely transform the way you perceive the Earth. Giola Lagoon. It is a unique natural pool formed by the sea on the island of Thassos, Greece, near the village of Astris. Famous for its crystal-clear waters, where visitors can swim and cliff jump. To reach Giola, you have to travel along a rough and steep dirt road. What amazed me most was the layered rock formations surrounding the lake. With a depth of about 3 meters, it's safe enough for you to make jumps from the cliffs. Looking down from an 8-meter cliff into a lake so clear you can see the floor is a daunting mental hurdle. Mount Roraima, famous for its majestic cliffs, unique prehistoric ecosystem, and surreal landscapes. It's a popular, yet challenging climbing destination, offering breathtaking views from its 2,810-meter summit. It is a table mountain-type tepui, its flat summit cut off from the world below by sheer cliffs hundreds of meters high. Reaching this mountain is a journey that typically takes 6 to 7 days. Upon reaching the summit, it felt like stepping onto another planet. No tall trees, only strange black rocks. If you love real adventure and wild nature, then this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience you should have. Lake Paisupok. This is not just a lake, it's a visual experience that redefines our definition of transparency. While typical lakes are a murky green from algae or mud, Paisupok is a crystal-clear, deep cobalt blue. The feeling of rowing out to the middle of the lake, where you can clearly see every sunken branch tens of meters below. The sunlight pierces through to the bottom, creating beams of light as if you are standing in a natural theater of light. The deep, cold, and mysterious blue color is a contrast between the deep blue of the water and the green of the surrounding forest. Plunging into the cool, refreshing water and seeing every detail on the bottom of the abyss is a powerful sense of liberation. Mount Fanjing, located in Guizhou, China, this sacred Buddhist mountain is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This place is famous for its unique geology, rich biodiversity, and beautiful temples. To get here, you have to climb up stone steps carved into the side of the mountain, along with varying altitudes and slopes. It felt like standing in paradise, where humans were insignificant before the power of nature and the sacredness of Buddhism. Climb up to catch the sunrise and see the sun shining through the clouds to create the Buddha's light effect. Cano Cristales River. If someone told me they had just seen a river flowing out of a box of crayons, I'd believe it immediately, if it were Cano Cristales. People call it the River of Five Colors, or the River Flowing from Heaven, and believe me, no adjective is an exaggeration. Vibrant red dominates the space, interwoven with the green of moss, the yellow of sand, and the blue of the reflected sky. And that's not due to chemicals or magic, but thanks to an endemic aquatic plant called Macarenia clavigeira. Depending on the water level and sunlight intensity, this plant changes from pale pink to a deeper red. What will surprise you even more is the purity of the water. Due to the river flowing through 1.2 billion-year-old sandstone and containing the nutrients vital for complex aquatic life. Lake Baikal, also known as Father Baikal by the locals, it is truly a natural wonder that will leave you breathless the moment you set foot here. Lake Baikal is over 1.6 kilometers deep, and the ice is so transparent that you can see through it for meters below. The air bubbles here are frozen, looking like suspended jewels or deep dark blue cracks. In winter, Baikal is at its most hauntingly beautiful, the ice caves along the shore, and the frozen formations look like natural ice sculptures. This isn't the typical check-in type of travel, but a journey to connect with the very soul of nature. When you come here, you need to prepare yourself for the cold, choose a good local guide, and bring a really good camera. Pamukkale rice terraces. It is a natural wonder in southwestern Turkey, famous for its stunning white limestone terraces and hot springs. The name Pamukkale in Turkish means cotton castle, referring to its pristine, magical white appearance. Its travertine, a precipitate of calcium carbonate from the millennia-old hot springs in unreal places. Walking barefoot on limestone feels quite strange. Some spots are silky smooth, while others have a slight grain to keep you from slipping. Here, you're not just sightseeing, you're bathing in the same stream where the Roman emperors once relaxed. Thor's Well located on the edge of the Oregon coast near Cape Perpetua, lies a massive, seemingly bottomless sinkhole. Thor's Well, as this natural wonder is known, is not actually bottomless. However, it is very dangerous. Also known as the Pacific Drain, this well is actually a hole in the rock, appearing as if it's channeling water from the ocean outwards. According to some researchers, this well was probably originally a sea cave carved out by ocean waves. The best time to visit is 1 hour before high tide and then during the sinkhole formation process as the water rises. Rainbow Mountain. To reach Rainbow Mountain, you must depart from Cusco at 3 a.m. and hike to the summit, which is 5,200 meters high. The most magical thing is that these shades change with the sunlight. When shrouded in clouds, the colors are somber and ancient. But when the sun bursts forth, the entire mountain seems to blaze. It's the feeling of conquering your own limitations, the awe at the power of geology over millions of years. Standing there amidst the friendly alpacas and the magical array of colors, you'll feel both small and incredibly fortunate. Giant's Causeway. This is a coastal area in County Antrim, Northern Ireland, United Kingdom. Here, approximately 40,000 massive black basalt columns are neatly arranged, the result of an ancient volcanic eruption. The basalt columns are arranged in steps leading from the cliff face and gradually descending to the sea. Most columns are hexagonal, although some also have 4, 5, 7, or 8 sides. The tallest columns reach 12 meters, and solidified lava forms cliffs up to 28 meters high. This is also one of the most visited tourist attractions in Northern Ireland. Oistana. The word infinite best captures the essence of Oistana. It ranks among the largest ice sheets on Earth in terms of total area. In the summer, when the ice melts slightly, hundreds of small waterfalls cascade directly from the top of the high ice cliff. It is a surreal architectural marvel, with cascading white water contrasting with the turquoise color of ancient ice. Standing on the ship's deck, right up against the iceberg, the most striking thing wasn't the sight, but the sound. The space was incredibly silent until a crack sound, like a gunshot, rang out. That's when the ice broke. Bay of Fires. Famous for its dazzling white sandy beaches, crystal clear turquoise waters, and unique orange moss-covered granite rocks. This place offers activities such as camping, hiking, birdwatching, and scuba diving. The name originated in 1773 when Captain Tobias Furneaux sailed by and saw Aboriginal campfires along the coast. Distinguished by its characteristic landscape of snow-white beaches, turquoise ocean, and vibrant orange rock formations. Particularly impressive is the sunset, when the golden orange light illuminates the entire coastline, making it seem to glow. Lençóis Maranhenses White Desert, Brazil, boasts a magical white desert with sprawling white sand dunes interspersed with stunning freshwater lagoons. It creates a unique landscape, not strictly a desert, but containing significant rainfall that fills the valleys between the sand dunes. Technically, this isn't a desert, because the annual rainfall is so high, around 1,200 millimeters. It is a unique coastal dune ecosystem, where this rainfall creates a miracle freshwater pools nestled amidst the white sand. The ideal time to visit is from May to August, when the lagoons are at their fullest after the rainy season. Don't leave before sunset, when the brilliant orange light pours down onto the white sand dunes, creating sweeping, curved shadows. Giant Blue Hole. It is a large sea sinkhole off the coast of Belize, located near the center of Lighthouse Reef. Formed during certain periods of the Quaternary Ice Age when sea levels were much lower. Viewed from above, it resembles a giant blue eye wide open, staring up at the sky. When diving down about 10 to 15 meters, you'll see vibrant coral reefs, schools of colorful fish swimming around, and warm, bright water. But as you go deeper, the light fades, the temperature drops sharply, and suddenly you find yourself hovering before an abyss. Waimangu Volcanic Valley. The first thing you need to know is that it was born from the catastrophic eruption of the Tarawera volcano in 1886. Our first stop is Frying Pan Lake, the world's largest hot spring in unreal places. You'll see a thick fog enveloping the vast lake, its water constantly boiling and steaming. What struck me most while walking through the valley wasn't just the bubbling mud pits or geysers, but the verdant greenery. Waimangu is the most powerful testament to nature's recovery. It always remains greener and stronger than ever. Kelimutu Lakes. These are three separate color-changing crater lakes atop Kelimutu Mountain on Flores Island, Indonesia. Known for its unpredictable variations in shades of blue, green, black and red due to minerals and volcanic gases. The colors change constantly due to chemical reactions between volcanic minerals, underwater fumarole gases, and the weather. Standing there looking down at the three lakes nestled together in the crater, the sulfurous smoke creates a sacred atmosphere. For the local Leo people who believe this is the resting place of spirits. This rare geological phenomenon attracts tourists to witness the sunrise, creating an intersection with ancient beliefs. Capitol Reef National Park. The centerpiece of the park is Water Pocket Fold, a giant crack in the Earth's crust, nearly 160 kilometers long. This place features sheer cliffs and undulating folds where you can clearly see the layers of vibrant red geological formations. This place is extremely remote, with solitary rock towers rising from the sand like ancient temples. It's so quiet, you can hear the wind whispering through the crevices in the rocks. It's like an open-air museum, a reminder that we are only temporary visitors to this land. Mount Yasur. It is considered one of the most bizarre and powerful natural wonders. Famous for its nearly continuous Strombolian-type eruptions, allowing visitors to witness up close the fiery lava and ash. Particularly spectacular at sunset, making it a major tourist attraction and an unforgettable natural wonder. This is one of the most accessible active volcanoes in the world, offering exciting four-wheel drive off-road vehicle rides. In addition, there are hikes to the top of the crater to admire spectacular volcanic displays. Wave Rock. Imagine you're standing before a giant wave about 15 meters high and over 100 meters long, surging and about to crash down. But instead of white foam and roaring waves, it's a silent, solid block of granite in the middle of unreal places. Wave Rock is a place with rock formations that are not vertical, but gently undulating, exactly like the shape of a wave breaking. Along with the streaks of color along the cliffs, ranging from gray-red ochre to black, they weren't painted by anyone. These are the result of chemical compounds being washed away by rainwater over millions of years, creating these beautiful stains. Las Gachas. Often referred to as the Cano Cristales of Santander, it is a clear, shallow stream originating from an underground spring. Unlike its spectacular counterpart in Macarena, the red color here comes from minerals deposited on the rocks rather than algae. But it's still an impressive sight and a great place to relax. Las Gachas is most beautiful in the early morning when there are fewer tourists. From the town, it's just a 45-minute walk along the trail that starts right after the gas station on the way to Oiba. The route is a mix of stone paths and muddy patches winding past a few streams. Upon arrival, 2 natural swimming holes will appear right on your right. Gokta Cataracts. When you first see Gokta from afar, you wouldn't think it's that tall. But in reality, it's 771 meters high, divided into two tiers, cascading straight down from the sheer cliffs of the cloud forest. What sets Gokta apart from Niagara Falls or Victoria Falls is not its width, but its towering height and graceful elegance. Rather than instantly overwhelming the senses, it reveals itself like a ribbon of pure white silk, exuding majesty amidst the lush, verdant greenery. To reach that stream, you have to walk for about 2 to 3 hours through the dense forest. Near the base of the waterfall, temperatures plummet, and the water pressure is intense enough to topple you. Garni Gorge, Armenia. Located approximately 23 kilometers east of Yerevan, the Garni Gorge is one of Armenia's most important natural and historical landmarks. This place is famous primarily for its unique geological formations and its proximity to the 1st century Garni temple. Also known as the basalt organ, this area is notable for its massive, well-preserved basalt columns lining the cliffs. These hexagonal and pentagonal structures were formed by the cooling of volcanic lava and can reach heights of nearly 50 meters. To get here, you can reach the canyon by walking down a steep paved path from the village or driving down the paved road. There is a small fee to visit the natural monument, Symphony of Rocks, usually around 75 cents to $1. Valle de las Animas. If you thought you'd seen enough majestic mountain ranges, Valle de las Animas will make you redefine that. Located not far from the center of La Paz, it's unlike any lush green valley you'd typically see. It's a giant forest of rocks. The first thing that struck me were thousands of razor-sharp stone pillars standing side by side like the teeth of a comb pointing up at the sky. Due to erosion over millions of years, the cliffs here have been carved into deep trenches, creating a haunting and majestic structure. As you delve into the heart of the rocks, the wind whistling through the narrow slits creates a somber echo. In the fading twilight, the towering stone pillars resemble figures with clasped hands in prayer or spirits standing guard over the sacred land. Danakil Depression. As one of the hottest, lowest, and driest places on Earth, a bizarre desert landscape formed by tectonic rifts. With its vast salt flats, active volcanoes like Cristales, and the magically colorful mineral lakes of Dalol, known for its extreme heat and unique geology, it attracts adventurous travelers who are willing to brave the harsh conditions. High average temperatures, often exceeding 48 degrees Celsius, coupled with very little rainfall, make this one of the harshest places in the world. This area is part of the Afar Triangle, where the Earth's crust is being torn apart. It creates a unique environment with volcanic activity and mineral-rich geothermal features. Racetrack Playa, located in a remote area northwest of Death Valley between the Cottonwood Range and the Last Chance Range. The strangest thing was the trails stretching for tens or hundreds of meters across the dry ground. At the end of each of those trails was a rock, some the size of a fist, but others giants, weighing over 300 kilograms. They don't just move in straight lines. Some have winding paths, others make 90-degree turns. Decades of speculation have created many myths, but science and first-hand experience reveal an even more interesting truth. Sidu River Bridge. China, located in Badong County, Hubei Province, near Yesangguan town, the bridge spans the deep valley of the Sidu River. When it opened in 2009, it officially became the world's tallest bridge, standing approximately 496 meters above the river. The bridge is a suspension bridge with a main span of 900 meters, a total length of 1,222 meters, and a width of 24.5 to 26 meters. Two H-shaped concrete towers, each 118 to 122 meters tall, support main cables capable of withstanding tens of millions of tons of force. Driving across the bridge feels like you're suspended between clouds with sheer cliffs on either side at almost 90 degrees. Many people say that if you jump from the bridge, your body will reach its maximum velocity before hitting the bottom. And only Sidu River Bridge possesses this exclusive feature due to its incredible height. Royal Gorge Bridge, USA. Located approximately 291 meters above the Arkansas River, below Unreal Places, is situated in the middle of the river. The emerald green river meanders between towering granite cliffs, creating a scene that is both magnificent and awe-inspiring. The most distinctive feature of the Royal Gorge is its wooden deck. Whenever a strong wind blows or people walk by, the creaking sound of the wood underfoot creates a very realistic feeling. You can feel the bridge vibrate slightly, and that's when your survival instinct kicks in, even though it's perfectly safe. Standing in the middle of the bridge, looking down into the deep abyss, you'll see the train running along the riverbank as just a thin thread. That's the moment you realize how small humanity is in the face of nature. 7 Mile Bridge, USA. Approximately 6.79 miles long, but far from boring. The bridge curves slightly upwards in the middle to allow ships to pass through, giving you the feeling of flying over the ocean. On either side are turquoise waters, the Gulf of Mexico to the left, the Atlantic Ocean to the right, blue sky, white clouds. The watercolor constantly changes from light blue to dark blue, then to a stunning turquoise, especially in the early morning or at sunset. The old bridge, built between 1909 and 1912, was then called the Eighth Wonder of the World because it was built over the open sea. After being destroyed by a storm in 1935, it was converted into a road and then replaced with a new bridge in 1982. Chesapeake Bay Bridge, USA. The most breathtaking part is the suspension bridge at its highest point, where you're about 56 meters above the water. The horizon stretches endlessly, but the railings on either side of the bridge are frighteningly low. With its steep inclines, some sections feel like you're driving up to the top of a roller coaster. Because the bridge is situated in an open area on a vast expanse of water, wind is an extremely daunting factor. On windy days, you can distinctly feel your car being pushed sideways. Interestingly, these are actually two parallel bridges built more than 20 years apart. What's even more concerning is that this bridge doesn't have an emergency lane. If your car breaks down in the middle of the bridge, it's a real nightmare because you'll be blocking the entire traffic artery. Confederation Bridge, Canada. It is 12.9 kilometers long, connecting two provinces. A round-trip car fare is approximately $36, and only the journey from Prince Edward Island to the mainland is subject to a fee. This means that if you live in PEI and commute daily to New Brunswick, welcome to a monthly bridge tax. Designed as a metaphor for patience, this bridge took 4 years to build, from 1993 to 1997. Using 62 cast-in-place concrete pillars, they had to wait for the tide to recede to work in rough seas, a precious few hours each day. It's not just a bridge, it's a symbol of Canadian perseverance. A multi-span, post-tensioned, concrete box girder bridge featuring a curved design as a safety feature to help drivers stay alert. The bridge is open 24/7 year-round, but may have closures or speed reductions during high wind events. This ecotourism center offers fantastic photo opportunities and hiking trails with views of the bridge. Øresund Bridge, Sweden. It is a combined road rail and tunnel system connecting Malmö, Sweden, and Copenhagen, Denmark. The bridge spans the Øresund Strait with a section nearly 8 kilometers long from the Swedish coast to the artificial island of Paisupok. This is where it transitions into a tunnel for the remainder of the journey to Denmark. This bridge is a direct link between the major urban areas of Malmö in southern Sweden and the Danish capital Copenhagen. The entire 15.9-kilometer bridge consists of 3 sections: a 7.8-kilometer bridge section, the artificial island of Paisupok, and a 4-kilometer underwater tunnel. It is also the 4-lane E20 European highway, creating an important connection between Scandinavia and the European mainland. Hangzhou Bay Bridge, China. It is a 36-kilometer-long sea-crossing highway bridge in Zhejiang Province, China. Inaugurated in May 2008, this bridge connects the cities of Jiaxing and Ningbo. With its S-shaped cable-stayed bridge design, it boasts a lifespan of 100 years. As you ride up the bridge, you'll see the coastline gradually disappear behind you, surrounded only by vast expanses of water. The bridge railings are painted in 7 different rainbow colors in sections, serving as distance markers for drivers. In the middle of the bridge is the Haitian Yiju service area, which is the main rest stop with a gas station, restaurants, and small hotels. The toll fee for a car is approximately $11.44, which is quite expensive if you're traveling alone. Furthermore, if you travel in bad weather, visibility is reduced. Sometimes you can only see water and bridges, not the shore. There aren't many convenient stopping points, so you need to plan your fuel and needs in advance. Mackinac Bridge, USA. Also known as the Mighty Mac. It is a massive suspension bridge in Michigan, United States. Connecting the upper and lower peninsulas of the state across the Mackinac Strait. Inaugurated on November 1st, 1957, this is one of the longest suspension bridges in the world. What impressed me most was the design of the two inner lanes. Instead of solid concrete, they used open steel mesh. As you drive past here, you can see right through the road down to the lake's surface more than 60 meters away. This design helps reduce wind pressure, a crucial factor given the extremely strong winds in this strait. Langkawi Skybridge, Malaysia. This is one of the most epic experiences I've ever had in Southeast Asia. No exaggeration. It sounds like just an ordinary suspension bridge, but when you actually stand on it, the feeling is completely different. The bridge is 125 meters long, gracefully curved and suspended by cables from a single 82-meter-high pylon. Walking on the bridge feels like floating in mid-air with its glass floor and steel mesh on either side. The biggest advantage is the stunning 360-degree view. You can see Langkawi Island, the Andaman Sea, the national park, and on clear days, you can even see as far as Thailand. If it's foggy or raining, the view will be obscured, only showing white clouds drifting by, creating a magical and eerie atmosphere. You should check the weather beforehand, ideally early morning or late afternoon. Titleist Cliff Walk, Switzerland. Built at an altitude of approximately 3,000 meters above sea level, it is believed to be the highest suspension bridge in Europe. It broke the record previously held by the Salbert Bridge, also located in Switzerland. If you're brave enough to let go of the bridge railing and look out into the distance, the reward will be a breathtaking natural landscape Sometimes, clouds drift right beneath your feet, making you feel like you're walking in paradise. Along with jagged snow-capped mountain peaks stretching to the horizon, reaching all the way to the Italian border on clear days. It is designed to withstand wind speeds of up to 200 kilometers per hour and tons of snow. A little tip for you: dress warmly and wear sunglasses to avoid glare from the snow. Walking across that 100-meter bridge will be one of the most memorable experiences of your life. Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge, China. First of all, I have to acknowledge its beauty. The bridge is 430 meters long and about 6 meters wide. Suspended about 300 meters above the bottom of the Grand Canyon, the view below was a lush green valley. Along with the challenge of courage, this bridge is what makes it famous and also causes many people to give up halfway. The first time I stepped up, my legs felt weak and my heart pounded as if it were about to jump out of my chest. Looking down through the transparent glass into the bottomless abyss, it felt like the floor was about to shatter at any moment. Tickets cost around $25.54 US dollars, but they sell out quickly, especially during peak season, so you should book online in advance. Opening hours are usually from 8 to 9 a.m. to 3 to 4 p.m. Arriving too late means tickets might be sold out or the park closes early. The Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge is not just a bridge, it's a psychological test plus an extreme dose of adrenaline. Russky Bridge, Russia. This is not just a transportation project. It is a proud marvel of steel and concrete in the land of the white birch. As you drive from the center of Vladivostok toward Russky Island, the first feeling that overwhelms you is one of insignificance. With its two main towers, reaching a height of 324 meters, it's comparable to the height of the Eiffel Tower. Standing at the foot of the bridge, you'll see the white, blue, and red suspension cables soaring high into the clouds. Driving across the Russky Bridge is a unique experience. It feels like you're gliding over the sea at a height of 70 meters. On either side is the deep blue sea, and the wind blows strongly. On sunny days, The water's surface sparkles, reflecting the steel's gleam, creating an incredibly cinematic scene. Despite its delicate appearance with thin cables, the Russky Bridge is a testament to Russia's superior engineering prowess. It is designed to withstand hurricane-force winds up to 36 meters per second and temperatures ranging from -40 degrees Celsius to +40 degrees Celsius. The fact that the cables are painted in the colors of the Russian flag is characteristic of the Far East region.